Hello, everybody, and welcome to Rewriting F1 History through F1 Challenge 9902. Now, I haven't done this in a while, but before the 1951 Belgian Grand Prix, we will have our news of the week. Starting off, we have a huge shock into the F1 sport as Ferrari have announced that Giuseppe Farina of Alfa Romeo will be a driver for Ferrari next season in 1952. Ferrari have been withered by terrible results in the last two seasons and are looking into a lot of experience and speed going into next season, and also improving the overall quality of the car. They will line up with three drivers: Raymond Zomer, Alberto Ascari, and Giuseppe Farina. Alfa Romeo knew about this deal and have managed to renew Piero Taruffi and Juan Manuel Fangio to the next season. Fagioli has not decided yet his future in the sport, saying that he's actually also really close to retirement. The one that we know that will retire is Greg Parnell. He has announced his retirement from the sport and that he will continue in IndyCar. Speaking of IndyCar, a lot of issues revolving Maserati pace was found in in the Indianapolis 500, and they have brought in a weight reduction upgrade into their car in Spa, a track that is notoriously high speed, needing it to make sure that their car is pretty equal to the Alfa Romeo car and the Scuderia Chielavasi car, Felice Bonetto, for example. Not Felice Bonetto, Gianfranco Comotti. And they will try and score a lot of points to save the season because their season has been terrible so far. Alfa Romeo have essentially clinched the world title, going back to them, and despite their success in the Constructors' Championship, in the Drivers' Championship they have not really been doing well, as today can mark the day Gianfranco Comotti wins the championship. All he needs to do is finish on the podium in front of Fagioli. That's all for the news of the week. Not much this week, but going into the next season, we will have a lot of gossip and who will partake and driver transfers. Let's go and move into the qualifying. Going into qualifying, I essentially just made one lap because there's not really a lot of places that you can, have a lot of pace. It essentially just comes down into how quick your car is, and I was pretty confident of how quick my car was today. And I will essentially just let you just have a look at my qualifying lap, because I don't think I've shown you a full lap of this circuit, and I think you will really enjoy it.
Starts his race from first, second, third. Couldn't quite match the pace of his teammate. He starts fourth. Juan Pablo Montoya failed to get anywhere near the pace of his championship rival. He starts in fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th.
And we are starting off from pole position for the second time of the season in this amazing track. We're waiting for the flag. Terrible start from us. We are already overtaken by Farina and Ascari into the straight. Behind us is Piero Taruffi of Alfa Romeo. We dispatch Ascari right before, I forgot the name of the corner. I should not be forgetting the corner names at this point. Oh, Rouge, that's the corner. We are already behind Giuseppe Farina, who seems to be flying this race. The Alfa Romeos, they will put me on a struggle, and hopefully I will be able to finish in the podium so we can actually wrap up the Drivers' Championship and we can be a bit more relaxed. Here we go deep into the corner right behind Farina. We carry more speed into that corner, and we have gone first right into the third corner of the race. This is going to be a very long race, 5 laps. That's around 15 minutes of a race, maybe even more actually, maybe like 20 minutes of constant high speed action. Farina is right behind us, 2/10, and I'm mostly worried about this corner right here. Despite having 1 second, this sector right here is where the AI excels. This is the sector that the AI will cut a lot of speed from the player, no matter what. Huge screen freeze here again. I'm sorry for that. I don't know why that's happening. If anyone knows, please let me know down in the comments. And as you can see, a second lead is also cut, like it's cut to half in just a minuscule amount of time. We have all the Alfa Romeo gang right behind us. Farina, Taruffi, Fangio. And as you can see also, the conditions are also getting a bit dark into the sky. Hopefully we don't really have rain that ruins the race. And as you can see, Farina right here, 1/10 behind us. He has been flying his first lap. I'm pretty sure he will get past us right here. We cut the inside, but he does have the outside. And he has the racing line. If he just, I mean, I kind of cut him through there, but he gets past us, and Taruffi will just follow him in a second, I feel like. Yes, he will. Look at him go into the left. I lost him as I looked back and he was into the left. Fangio seems a little bit slower than them today. Saying that, though, he is cutting down time for me. Going up to that curve there, I lost like 2/10 from both Taruffi and Fangio. That was a really dumb mistake from me as well. Going into the final corner of the race, I think I will go for the same here. I don't have anything to lose. The AI brake really early into this corner. And yes, I will take the inside from Taruffi. That's kind of not really allowed, but we're going side by side with Farina into the main straight. And we have yellow flags in front of us. Sterling Moss is just sitting in the middle of the race, and Farina has just crashed on him. Farina has just crashed on him, and we're getting back the lead. I don't think he will retire, though. I don't think that's retirement worthy of a crash. And let's see what happens again from the final corner. I'll go for the really late dive there, and we are going essentially side by side with Farina. That's the straight line speed both of our cars have. He goes a bit wide there, but he just hits Sterling Moss into the main straight. I don't know why Sterling Moss was there. He has caused a lot of problems lately. And as you can also see, our lead to the Alfa Romeos essentially lasted a lap. Taruffi is already a second and a half behind me. I've gone really deep into that corner. I will lose even more time. Going now into the third lap, the conditions just keep getting even worse in the sky. I think we will have rain coming into the next minute. Sterling once again, I think he's going like 2 kilometers per hour into Rouge. That's a terrible spot to be. And as you can see, the spray is not getting better either. It seems like Taruffi has gotten some problems with Sterling Moss. And we're currently 6 seconds in front of him, going into the third sector in a bit. And we're cruising so far. Look at the spray behind us as well. It is completely raining right now. And we're into for a surprise in a second right here. Joe Kelly is absolutely flying in these conditions. The Alta of Joe Kelly, I have mentioned before that this is a circuit Alta Excel, and combined with the conditions, they have a really good car under the rain. Joe Kelly's absolutely mincing the pace right here. I'm going on 210. He should be going like 220, 230 kilometers per hour. He's just destroying the gap that I have built. Especially right here in this sector, the last sector of the race. He will get past me even before approaching the last turn. I don't feel like it is wet enough or like treacherous enough to go and change tires. I would go in to change tires, but this is essentially the second to last lap, and as you can see here, Joe Kelly, he would just fly from our right side. Joe Kelly, a racer that has not really done much this season. He has a lot of retirements as well. The good thing is though, we have the gap to Piero Taruffi. Second place is enough. Joe Kelly, I don't feel like we will be able to race him. And now going into the second to last lap, Joe Kelly has paid for the wet tires. Really ballsy move there from the Englishman. He thinks he has the pace, and he doesn't want to take the risk against us, which is very smart in my opinion. He does seem to have immaculate pace. I think he will be able to catch up to us. Despite us building the gap here, we have like around 15-second gap. That's essentially how long it would take for him into the pits. And going into again the third sector of the final, or the second to last lap, I once again run wide there. Joe Kelly's absolutely flying. I think he's even faster with the wet tire on him. And you can see him right behind there. In just a matter of a second or two, he will be right behind us and he will pass us really easily. It is spectacular to see how much pace this Alta car has, the green car of United Kingdom team. He's absolutely flying. Farina is 30 seconds behind us. We are essentially settled for second place right here, and this benefits us a lot because we will win the championship. Because Fagioli actually has retired. Fagioli has retired from this race, so no matter what we do, we will be winning this race. And as you can see, Kelly has built a 30-second gap, and he has won the race. He's a race winner in Formula 1. Absolutely insane performance for him. But despite being his day, it not really is his day, because approaching the final corner with Ascari in front of us, Gianfranco Comozzi, with this position, the second place in the Spa-Francorchamps, he has been crowned the 1951 World Champion.
Well done, you finished second. 2 rounds to go and you've won the Drivers' Championship. Amazing season, well done.
Here are the race results. Joe Kelly obviously has won the race. We're coming second. Farina third. Taruffi, Parnell, Senesi on the rest of the grid, with Fangio finishing 7th. Surprising result there. And Tanceline 8th, Rosier 9th, and Raymond Zomer 10th. And here you can see the rest of the results, with Geoffrey Croise also retiring. We saw him into the race. Going into the driver's standings, as you can see, the gold surrounds our name with 4 wins and 1 podium and 2 pole positions, with if I'm not mistaken, 2 rounds to go. We have France and Monza left. Spectacular performance from us, I think. Throughout this season, consistency has been there. And I think that's one of the main reasons we have even excelled to this point. Farina comes second, 3 podiums so far this season. He has been the standout, I think, in my opinion, from Alfa Romeo so far. Fangio on 48, Fagioli on 43. This is what I mentioned with Fagioli being second. One bad result and he will fall tremendously. Senesi has actually tied him into the points. Teruffi is on 38, Reg Parnell on 37. Our new F1 race winner, Joe Kelly, jumps into 25 points without win. He goes over the 2 Scuderia Milanos of Clement Biondenti and Felice Bonetto. Harry Schell is also on 18 points. Philippe Etanceline is on 12, Joe Fry on 10, Tony Branca on 8, Dorino Serafini on 7, Zomer on 5, Levesque on 2, Alberto Ascari is on 2, and Louis Rosier also gets his first points of the season. And then we go again into the drivers that have not scored points this year, which are Paul Peach, Tullio de Grafferid, Luis Chiron, Sterling Moss, Geoffrey Crosley, Jose Ferran Gonzalez, and Robert Maison. I feel like you kind of have to feel for Geoffrey Crosley. I think if he didn't retire, I think he could have gotten second place and a podium, because we saw the pace that his teammate Joe Kelly had today. Now, going to the constructors, I think we can safely say, as we mentioned in the news of the week, that Alfa Romeo have officially just won the championship. I forgot to turn them gold, guys. I'm sorry. And we see we're currently second. I think we also have capitalized and claimed the second place into the standings with 4 wins, more than any other team. Scuderia Milano 36. Alta jump essentially the entire grid, and they go 4th with that Joe Kelly win. Maserati on 18. They failed to get points despite their weight loss upgrade, which is such a shame, honestly. Cooper get 18 points. Tabo on 16, extending their lead over Ferrari by 1 point, because I think Zomer also scored. Was it Zomer square point? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Zomer. ERA and Gordini remain on 0 points, which is absolutely tragic from them. And I also have just realized this going into the standings. Why have I put... Oh yeah, it's only Robert Manzan that's racing for Gordini. I was like, are there even any Gordini racers? That would be such a really big issue for me, because I didn't even realize only Robert Manzan was racing. I think we had like one more Frenchman going into the grid. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. This was a really good race again. I think a lot of surprises this season. Joe Kelly, obviously a new race winner and also a new championship winner, which just happens to be the driver that I am racing. And hopefully the next round will also be spectacular and enjoyable for you guys to see. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you into the next one.